Good morning. Today is Friday, November the 17th. The time right now is 11:25 in the morning. And overnight market was pretty quiet. Of course, we knew this week has been quite volatile, especially after the release of the consumer price index on Tuesday. And that has kicked the market even higher. In fact, the stock market in the US has been rallying since the start of November. We can see in the micro E-mini Dow Jones futures, we can see the low traded at 32,409 was actually on November the 1st, or rather at the end of October. So at the start of a new month, you can see the price has been basically one-way street all the way to Thursday's high. Oh no, sorry, this Wednesday high. Thursday high again at 35,104 in the futures contract, and the market has stalled. Yesterday there was no new high traded, and this is no accident. The market actually hit a pocket of prices, which I believe is where the selling pressure is actually located. That's 34,930 to 35,079. Although the market has actually traded a little bit higher than what I expected, but by and large, I do expect profit taking to come in tonight because it's a weekend anyway. So if there's no news tonight, which is there's going to be no major economic news tonight, I think the market will be susceptible to profit taking. And if one actually occur, I think the market may be looking at 34,369 to 34,459 in the futures contract as far as the micro E-mini Dow Jones futures is concerned. Now in the S&P 500, the equivalent, we do not see a new high traded overnight. In the micro E-mini S&P 500, we have a rally from 4,122 and a quarter to 4,542 even, all in a span of just 2 weeks, and the market has stalled overnight. And like I say, I do expect some kind of profit taking. I think the area to look out for to actually reposition long position will be at 4,407 and a quarter to 4,437 even. Now, even if the market do tick up higher, I think it's going to be contained at 4,556 and a quarter to 4,566 even. And in the micro E-mini Nasdaq 100, the market did not take a new high last night. The high traded was on Thursday, was on Wednesday at 16,049 even, and the market has been pulling back for the last 48 hours. And we may see some more downtick towards perhaps 15,465 and a quarter to 15,558 and three quarter. So the market right now is basically capped at 15,947 even to 16,062 and a half. So do look out for further consolidation. A pullback will be ideal, and the way I want to play it is to basically buy within this area of 15,465 and a quarter to 15,588 and three quarter in the micro E-mini Nasdaq 100 futures. Over in Nikkei, we can see the futures contract has also stalled. The high traded was yesterday as 33,620, which is well within this bracket of prices, which I expect selling interest to re-emerge. That level is 33,590 to 33,810. So the market is well within this bracket with a high of 33,620. Further downside correction is expected, and if there's going to be one, I think the 32,670 to 32,800 could be a good level to actually reposition short, because this is where it all started. You can see the flush. Before that, this is where the consolidation actually occur. Over in Hong Kong, things are not as great looking. You can see Hong Kong prices continue to slide massively. We can see that there was a sharp rally all the way to 18,429 in the futures contract, but you can see that has been undone basically. Now this morning we have a low at 17,473. I do expect further downside pressure, but I think it's going to be quite limited. I think somewhere between the 17,136 to 17,363, we could find some kind of support for another rebound effort to around the 18,000 levels. So again, Hong Kong market doesn't look that great for now. And over in the dollar, we can see the dollar index futures continue to slide. And of course, Tuesday did the most damage on the release of the CPI numbers, because the number came in so cool that there is no reason for the Federal Reserve to consider hiking interest rate into the balance of the year. So there was a massive sell-off in the dollar. And although we have a bit of a rebound, I suspect this rebound is going to be kept somewhere between 104.51 to 104.66 in the futures contract before the market extend lower below 103.81 to perhaps 103.22 to 103.63 in the futures contract. Okay, and in the spot market, we can see the euro dollar is also likely to come under some kind of profit taking. Overnight, we can see there was a three-wave rally into the equality level of 108.96, which is exactly where the market is, and the market has pulled back since. And if this results in further consolidation. I do expect profit taking to take the market back to where it started. Again, this is Tuesday's movement, okay? And the area between 106.90 to 107.06 looks like a good area to reposition long for now. Sterling looks a lot more bullish than euro dollar. I do expect some kind of three-wave pullback targeting 123.26 to as low as 123 levels. And then this could be a great level to position long for another rally beyond 125.06 high that we saw on Wednesday. Over in the Aussie dollars, equally, I think the market is very, very strong right now, at least for now. Technically speaking, the market could be doing a larger degree three-wave rally, targeting at a bare minimum 0.6590, perhaps even to as high as 0.6625 to 0.6635. So any kind of pullback into the area between 0.6428 to 0.6409 could be a good area to pick up some more long position. Over in dollar Canadian looks a little bit damaged. There could be a larger degree three-wave pullback targeting 135.78 to as low as to as high as 136 basically. So I do expect prices to ease back below the 136.29 low that we saw last week. Okay, so this is the technical outlook for the euro dollar versus the Canadian. Now, dollar yen looks a little bit corrective right now. Technically speaking, the market failed to take out the 152 high, which was last October high at 151, I believe was 94, and the market did not quite manage, resulting in the double top in a very high time frame. So we can see a double top obviously is bearish, and market did pull back before it rebound back to 151.42. I think the market is likely to come back down in a three-wave decline, targeting at a minimum 149 to 148.80. So do watch out for this kind of move going on in the dollar versus the yen. In precious metal, we can see precious metals benefited from a weaker dollar. You can see gold has been trading higher. The overnight high is $1,988. This is actually quite conducive, although the rise here is not explosive by any measure, but I think it's going to grind slowly higher. And if we get any kind of pullback into $1,964.50 to a low or $1,955.50, that could be a buying opportunity. I think there's a very good chance for the market to take out the $2,010, perhaps even to try the $2,050 over time. Now, silver seems to be a better bet for now, because as you can see, silver has taken out what could up to yesterday was a triple top scenario. So the market actually took out the $23.70 very convincingly to a high of $24.07 before pulling back. Currently, it's about $23.83. I think if any pullback will be limited to $23 to $23.18, that could be a good area to pick up some more long position for a try at $25 to as high as $25.26 in the spot silver market. Over in Bitcoin, we can see the Bitcoin chart looks a little bit technically vulnerable right now. We can see that there was a rally yesterday to try to take out last week high at $37,973.94. It failed by just $1 thereabout, and this created a double top scenario, and the market looks like it's coming under profit taking. And if that's the case, I think there is a case for the market to actually come off. Now, of course, we have seen the Bitcoin has been rallying quite progressively throughout the last quarter itself, largely on the back of a expectation that the Security Exchange Commission is likely to approve at least one, if not a few more, those spot BTC ETF licenses. Okay, and the window to do that, market expected to be within this week, and today, being a Friday, is possibly the last day of the window, perhaps even Saturday. But however, so far we have heard nothing from the SEC, and as the days goes by and the hours tick away, there is the possibility nothing may happen. And if that's the case, all this expectation will come to disappointment, and that could actually put the Bitcoin very vulnerable to a pullback, a sharp pullback for that matter. And if one should actually happen, look for 30,000 for the market to actually be able to pull back to. So again, watch out for this possibility here. But again, any kind of pullback to 30,000 could actually offer a very, very good buying opportunity. So in the meantime, that's all I have for you. You take care, and I come back to you next week with another update. In the meantime, have a great weekend. Bye-bye.